home. I was at home in Barnet, and I just played. I was just playing, and that was fine. And then, when I was about 4 or 5, my parents said to me, "We're going to school." And I took that literally, we. And it turned out it wasn't we, it was me. What the fuck? And I said, "That's fine, that's great, I've had a day. Lovely, thank you, enough. Fine, great." And they said, "No, you've got another 13 years. 13 years. I crapped myself and peed my pants the second day I went to school because I was so fucking dispirited by the thought that I was going to spend the next 13 years with a load of wanker teachers like that and being taught such a load of irrelevant shit," he said, being uncontroversial. But of course, what happened in those days, you see, this is the 60s. This is the 60s. And as a culture in Britain, we have this kind of rose-tinted glasses view of the 60s, don't we? That everything was wonderful, especially the early 60s, late 50s. Everything was wonderful. I was there. It was a load of wank. Fuck me, man. We had so many paedophiles in our schools that we had it as an extra lesson. Are you doing double geography and maths? Yeah, I've got double geography and maths and then paedophilia. Because as boys, we could never say the word right. And I'll just give you an example. This is a true story. I was in primary school, and I was in the last year of primary school, and always the deputy head teacher took that last class, because it was the best class. And he took us, and he said on the Friday, in the first week, he said, "Any boys here interested in fishing?" And I put my hand up. I was interested in fishing. There's about 4 or 5 of us who were interested in fishing, and he said, "Come round my house on a Friday afternoon, and we'll look at fishing books." Yeah, you lot are a lot older than I was at that age. We thought it was a grand privilege. We thought it was absolutely fantastic. We'd been chosen to go and look at fishing books. We went round his house, and he got these really dull books. These in those days they were all hardbacks, weren't it? Everything was hardback. Nothing was floppy or anything like that. And we were sitting there, and it was boring as fuck. There were pie charts and stuff like that. And he said, "Have a read through them." So we're looking through them, and then suddenly all 4 or 5 of us just turn completely red and will not have eye contact with each other. And what he's done, he's spent a long time, is there's black and white plates of fish. The thing, the kind of academic book that I'm talking about. There's a plate with, a fish on it. And he's spent hours cutting the breasts out of porn magazines and sticking them to the fronts of the fish. It's a fucking true story. And he spent hours sticking boobs on fish. And we're kind of just sitting there, we're little 10-year-olds going, "What the fuck is going on here? For Christ, that's not how when I caught that carp, it didn't look like that. Jesus, I want a fish like that. Oh, fucking hell, man." So, yeah, we had, plate 36B, the Cyprus carpus, the common carp, huge pair of tits. Dace, tiny, delicate little tits. He thought about it. He not just stuck any old pair of tits on. They were the right size. Can you imagine? We were just like going, "What the fuck's happening here?" Okay, so what happened? None of us told our parents. None of us spoke about it ever again. And he was so cocky. This is the thing that I remembered the most, was that he was so cocky in who he was that at the end of the session he said, "Anybody want to take a book home with them, they can." Can you imagine it? Can you imagine it? So that's kind of, where my starting with fishing started. I'm still very interested in fishing, aren't we all?